She's out here, so I would like to let you hear her voice. This is someone who was part of the discussion on LTNs before the LTNs were put in place. So you'd like to hear from her side of what happened and anything else you'd like to add. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Okay, I mean, I've had many years. Haringey's been messing me about with. Can you hear me now? No? Okay. Haringey's been messing me about with disabilities, which vary. You can't always see them for many, many years through like trying to get a blue badge, special educational needs, everything. And then when I heard about the LTNs, obviously I was quite concerned, and I was part of they did disability workshop groups over video chat during the pandemic, so you couldn't actually go in and see anyone, and I was part of at least one of them, and I don't feel like they didn't listen to anything we had to say. That what they were constantly asking is, what I think they want to do is, maybe they do care a bit, but they don't really understand how disability works. They don't understand the variability. They do not understand how hard your life is. I understand it's very hard if you don't have like chronic health problems to comprehend how much it affects every part of your life, even down to the little tiny things like getting somewhere, driving, like how much pain am I in whilst I'm driving? What's this speed bump going to do? If I'm using the clutch sitting in traffic, that's exacerbating my pain. And right now I've got exemptions, but I drive through the exempt point. It was hell to get, absolute hell to get, and lots of people won't be able to get it because they just they can't, they don't have the time, they don't have the mental energy. I've had some help getting it, I've got it, and it doesn't help that much. I drive through the exemption point and sit in traffic on the other end. If I need to get to hospital appointments down in central London, which I'm having to do all the time, it's an absolute lifeline for me. Traffic calms down getting out of the borough. It calms down the closer I get into central London. It's ridiculous. But anyway, during these workshops, people were angry. There's people worse off than me. There's care workers and everything. Like, people were crying. People are angry. People are shouting because they're scared about what this was going to do to their life, how they're going to help people, how they're going to get the care they need, how they're going to do what they need to do. And I don't think the council as a whole really want to listen. They want to say that they've worked with it's box ticking. They want to say that they've worked with people with protected characteristics so that they can say that they have. But what we kept being asked is, if this goes through to panel, what can we do to make it easier for you? And the answer from most people was, don't put it in. You cannot put it in. It fundamentally makes a mobility aid difficult to use. You can't put it in. And you're bringing it to panel. Don't bring it to panel. But I feel like they're twisting it in a way that they can say they've done everything they need to do, that they're trying to help people, and they're not. They've just ignored people. They told us it wouldn't impede us. They told us it wouldn't impact us. It absolutely is. I don't know how the scheme can exist and not impact disabled people, all kinds of disabled people. So, yeah.
You know what, I'll go one better than that.
Talk about how hard it is to get your exemption and the actual form.
The bureaucratic process.
You have to go online. They have one of their criteria is, if you're a blue badge holder. First of all, it's damn near impossible to get a blue badge from them. It took me a year. I had to have a counsellor get involved. It turned out they didn't even send my application to the local hospital to and once a counsellor got involved, she got the records sent to a local hospital to do the assessment, and then it came through straight away. And I was going a year, like, not being able to get down to my hospital appointments properly or anything like that. So one of the criteria for the exemptions is blue badge holder in or on the immediate boundary of an LTN. I live on a residential road that comes off the boundary road. I thought that would be a boundary. No. But they don't tell you that. When you're applying under that criteria, they just keep saying, your address, it doesn't qualify. Your address doesn't qualify. And you're like, why? Can you give me a map of, like, where the line is, and they're not saying anything. You also have to fill in a different form for each LTN you need to go through. Then you have, you can apply for it, like special circumstances, and if you're a blue badge holder, disabled person who doesn't live in or on the boundary of an LTN, that's what you have to go through. Then they want all your medical information that they're not qualified for, they wouldn't understand. I don't want to have to keep giving that stuff out. It's really personal. It's quite traumatic to constantly have to go through your medical stuff when you have to go to hospital all the time, to also just to get the basic help you need around your borough that you shouldn't even need the help, you should be able to just drive out. You have to keep looking at it, you have to keep convincing people. It is exhausting, it's absolutely exhausting. Then we found out that you can't actually fill out the web form because it has character limits, so there's no way I can explain my condition because it has character limits. And then there's bits of the form that you can't fill out if you don't fill out what they want in the bits that want an address and stuff, and it's asking for, it's asking where do you want to go, where do you want to go, and